Richard Patterson was one of my best friends. We called each other brothers from another mother, and we were as close as brothers. You know, Richard had a difficult life at times, but you know, when you got to know Richard, you found out that he had a huge heart and he loved people. And he was goofy, and he always had that smirky little smile that we love so much. And Richard loved his dogs, from the little puppies that he would cuddle with all the way up to when they got full grown. Richard also loved to fish, but what he loved most was his family and friends. But one of the things that Richard really enjoyed was he loved working on cars. He had a talent for paint and body, and man, he could lay a finish with a reflection like you wouldn't believe. But he also had a great talent as a master fabricator with fiberglass. It amazed me what he could do with that fiberglass to make car bodies and car parts. He was definitely talented, and he loved what he did. Richard loved anything with wheels, from bicycles to limousines, but what he loved the most was his Mustangs. I met Richard because of these Mustangs. That's how we met one another and developed a friendship. So it was an obvious choice for him to take that love of Mustang and start making Mustang parts with his fiberglass talents. He was so proud of that front end and the hoods that he would make. Richard also liked drag racing, as you could tell by that hat with the Christmas tree that he loved to wear so much. We both enjoyed going to the drag races for the smell of the tire smoke and race gas. But one of the things that Richard enjoyed most was spending time with his brother and his friends and family on the pit crew, turning wrenches between rounds and helping them run for the final win. The last race that I attended with Richard was in 2015 at the Lights Out race in Georgia. He talked about that race for so long, so it only made sense that we let him take his last trip down the track at Lights Out 15.
Address something very special, something that's hard to mention for a lot of families out here. This car event will be coming up. I'd like to talk a little bit about a gentleman out of Florida, Richard P. Patterson. He was born in 1976 and we lost him in January of 2024. Richard was a fabricator, owner of Cracker Custom, avid drag racer, drag racing enthusiast. He loved everything about hot rodding. He was taken from us unexpectedly, returning to Lights Out for one last cast, one last time. The cast here in Matt Bell's car. Scattering of his ashes right here. He's packed in the parachute. This little Mustang here in the right lane. At the end of the track, Matt will deploy the parachute, and on the wish of the family and the guys, the Patterson family, said we'd love to put him in the track. He always loved this race. He loved coming here. Special thanks goes out to Steve Sapp and Matt Bell, of course. Thank you, Matt Bell. We hail from the same state of Illinois, and I'm very proud of you to do this for this family. Along with Richard's best friend, Womack, Robin Womack, husband and wife, and Gary Womack, for putting this last run together. We thank them so heartily for doing all this. Also, special thanks to the Richards family. Melissa Patterson, Tacky, and the fine people, the brother-in-law, Bobby Tackett, and you know, I would tell you that Duck and Boss X raced a lot of times with the Tackett family. They're good friends that have come together from the state of Florida. So, Richard, I would tell you, thank you to Patrick, your brother, and all the fine people. Fly high, Richard. This pass is for you. Matt Bell, whenever you're ready. Thank you so much, man.
This is for you, Richard.
It's all you, buddy.
Take him on one final ride down the South Georgia Motorsports Park racetrack, hoping he can turn on a win light over David Hutnick.
Let alone in competition.
Absolutely.
I'm going to tell you what, Matt Bell, the pressure that must be on that driver right now, just the thoughts, you know what I'm saying? What a good man.
Absolutely.
And thank you to Barrett for making that all come together. I mean that when I say that.
But and I tell you what, racers definitely, you know, they want to win against each other on the racetrack, but this is a very tight knit family when it comes to, you know, just losing loved ones and that sort of thing. And these racers are definitely.
Look at the fans. I want to thank each and every one of you fans for being the people you are, standing up for that young man, that
absolutely
Matt Bell, and the man Richard Patterson, going for the ride. And he's going to get out there. Can he take a win? Patterson gets a win. The chutes come out, and there's the ashes down there on the top end. Ladies and gentlemen, incredible. Thank you to each and every one of you. I mean that from my heart. That was such a... Go ahead, Barry.
It's definitely not a dry eye in the tower. Once again, fans, my man went out a winner there. I don't know what's going on. There might be a little something on my eyes. Somebody has a cat or something. But absolutely, thank you, South Georgia, for honoring that, standing up there. And it's a tough one no matter who you are. Thank you for Matt Bell, the rest of the crew.